Good. You can turn on damage and full HP, MP, BP resource. Again, these are additional purchases. You don't need to make them if you don't want to, but they do make the game a little easier. And for me, in a game that's so grind heavy, those are the kinds of things that I wish was offered more, actually. So let's check it out. Easy. Most players new thing RPG. Normal fights, good balance and challenge, which is bullshit. I don't think that's ever true with these games. Play easy. Of the many worlds brought into existence in the universum, that world being Asdivine. Abundant with every kind of plant life and creature, is peaceful and above all, it was peaceful above all others. Earth that basks in the gentle rays of the sun, woods that slumber beneath the dappled light of their canopy, and grasslands touched by the gentle flowing breeze. As animals roam freely throughout the land, and humans continue to increase their knowledge in an effort to live more comfortable lives. These being created by the divine... thought these carefree days would last forever. Master! You're here. We were waiting for you. It appears everything's quiet in the woods today. Huh? Of course it is. The light spirit lives here, remember? It's also the perfect place for a midday nap. Anyway, if you're looking for the light spirit, she's up there in the... You're not supposed to say anything. What? She's up in the trees? It was supposed to be a secret. And she wanted to surprise you. Just pretend we didn't say anything, alright? I'll do that. The light spirit's waiting for you at the heart of the woods. Now have fun. I suppose I shouldn't keep her waiting. Before that, maybe it's best I review the controls. Yeah, it's a great idea. Character controls. Move the direction button or left stick to move the character in 8 directions. NPCs can be talked to as well as places of interest search by moving the character adjacent to them and pressing the A button. Basic controls. Minimap. Press the L button to change the size of the minimap display. It's useful in dungeons. X button opens the menu to use items or to check quest information. Plus button saves progress. Y button, the map button, opens the world map. You can also check the current story status or quest. Well, both. HP restore. R button restores HP by consuming MP. Oh, that's convenient. Just be safe. How about one more time? Nah, I'm good. I can worry about it later if I need to. They say north? I think they said north. EXE Crate has made some moves to improve this this engine they have, or use different engines. But for now, this game was made before they ever tried to make those improvements. Wow! Could it be? Is that you, Iris? Yeah, never. I was so surprised to find you here like this. However, I can't understand a thing you're saying. How about I pull you out of there? There, yes, I can finally breathe. My whole mouth is gritty with sand, too. Iris. Yep. Great, meant to scare him when I jumped out of that tree, but my plan really screwed up. What do you need? Admittedly, I was surprised to find you with your head stuck in the ground. But then again, you always do a good job of entertaining me. I do? However, I think you went a little overboard this time. You're all covered in sand. Oops. If Izayoi got a kick out of it, I must have succeeded after all. Alright, so I'll brush you off. Stand still. Okay. That's much better. Thanks. Oh, right. Gotta give you this. It's the murk the sprites gathered around Folia Woods. Yes, go ahead. I've sent it to Yggdrasil. Once it's sublimated, it'll be returned to the void. However, the murk in this area seems to have increased compared to the last time I was here. That's because in 100 years, towns and villages have popped up all over the place, and the human population has exploded. Fear, hate, jealousy, the murk comes from all these humans' negative emotions, or feelings. If it enters plants or animals, they become monsters and can't be changed back. The murk creates nothing, an unnecessary existence. Yet, why is it humans continue to create it? If only they could see it. Nothing I could do about it. Izayoi? Even so, there are still tons of good people in Asdivine. You always did like humans, didn't you? Yep, I think if you got to know them, you'd like them too. At least as much as I do, anyway. Not likely. Izayoi? What's this strange feeling I'm getting? Izayoi? Izayoi? So, this is Yggdrasil, the divine tree from whence the world sprang. Lies. What is deity? Who's there? Show yourself. A sword? With the power of this sword, I will destroy everything connected to the divine. The ground is shaking. What's causing this? Did it stop? What was with that trembler and all the murk? See, you noticed too. The woods are not full of it. Unfortunately, I can't return to my psych form, so I can't use my magic to stop it. Why is this happening? Could it be something happening to your spirit tree? To Yggdrasil? It's unlikely. Yggdrasil is none other than Asdivine itself, the very world we live in. There's no one else besides myself who's able to hurt the planet. Rather, the likelihood something happened to one of the spirit trees connected to me is much higher. Your tree was this way, right? Let's have a look at it. Right. But wait. These items were left by some traveler earlier. Gummy, gummy, gummy. What are these for? They're recovery items for when you get hurt. If we were attacked by monsters in our current state, we would get messed up pretty badly. That reminds me, we're gonna need some equipment to fight these monsters too. Just gonna find this stuff lying around. You're good with those one-handed swords, right? I'll make sure to bring this world map along too. With it, we ought to be able to figure out where we are in Asdivine anytime we need to. It's definitely a must for traveling. Anyway, let's be sure to grab whatever we need. Wise idea. But just to check, if you don't equip your weapon or armor, having them is pretty pointless. To do it, go into the menu and select Equip. I should remind you, I'm the one who taught you. Now let's go. Right. Oh boy, they were really experimenting with their menus at the during this time. can tell it's more of a touch interface, which is okay. I mean, originally it was designed for mobile devices. I think it plays still pretty well, even with a controller, although it's not perfect. You know, the controller doesn't respond all the time the way you want it to, or the way you would expect it to. You know, sometimes it gets stuck in a certain direction. I think they translated the touch controls 100%, but they're pretty close, you know. I can set something up ahead. Let's find out what it is. Look, it's a Moomy. Ooh, how adorable. Moo? Get away from it. Huh? Yeah! Yeah! Oh no! Must have changed it into a monster due to the effects of the murk. Iris. Yeah! You weren't hurt, were you? No, I'm fine. Sorry if I... Don't worry about it. First things first, and that's dealing with this monster. Once a planet or animal turns into one, they'll only suffer until they're put out of their misery. Right. Now, let's do this. Battle time! Monsters will attack when exploring the overworld and dungeons. The guide below should help you to understand the battle screen. A bunch of stuff everywhere. Let's see which one the other one is. Yeah! I'll send this murk to Izayoi. If only we could change them back to their original form, we wouldn't have to fight at all. Unfortunately, there's no way to reverse it. All worlds, like Asdivine, are the same in that respect. In an order for a monster to flee from the pain caused by the murk, it attacks those who haven't been tainted by it. That's why the only way to release them from their pain is to release them from their physical prisons. I know, but... It appears the monsters in the area took notice of us after that last fight, meaning we'll likely see plenty of more as we proceed. Sounds like we better get ready for them whenever they decide to attack. Now, how about we get going? Izayoi? Agreed. What are those boxes for? I see you noticed. Recently, I've been finding items dropped by travelers and sticking them in these boxes. Treasure chests seem to be the fad at the moment. The best thing about them is the one who finds them gets to keep their contents. Finders keepers, losers weepers. You always knew how to come up with these interesting games, didn't you? You know me. Normally, spirits like us don't need stuff, but given the situation, it might come in handy. Now to see if you can find them all. I'll put it on my list of things to do. Now try opening these ones here. You can do it by standing in front of them and pressing the A button. I'll give it a shot. Treasure chests can be opened by facing them and pressing the A button. A feather, huh? That's called an exit feather. It's an item that allows you to return to the entrance of a dungeon. If things were normal, we could simply teleport, but since we can't return to our psyches, this is our best option. So if you ever decide you want out of some dungeons super quick, use this and wazam! That's good to know. One more thing, there may be instances when where they can't be used due to certain timing of events, so keep that in mind. I'll do that. What are these? Grab some paper? About those. They're tickets that can be used to play barrel busters in the in-menu shop. Barrel busters? For every one of those tickets you trade in, you can get a weapon as a present. It's kind of like the lottery. I get a weapon just for one of these? Yep, that's basically how it works. The best part is the anticipation of what you'll get in return. Since it's free to play, it's worth using those tickets whenever you get one. I'll remember that. Buster tickets allow barrel busters to be played in the in-game or the in-menu shop. However, one buster ticket is required to play each time. Additionally, barrel busters, levels B, A, and S cannot be played using buster tickets. These 3 levels require ADP instead. The help section of the menu can be viewed at any time for further details. Now you're done opening both those treasure chests. How about we get going? The busters has been unlocked and can be played in the in-menu shop in the menu. Oh, right. Have a look here. The color of this treasure chest appears to be different from those last 2. Bingo! Items other than consumables go in this color of chest. Short equipment goes in these. Exactamundo! Now have a look inside. Treasure chests can be opened by facing them and pressing the A button. A sword, huh? Somehow this feels different from the one I'm carrying. Wow, that's a nice one. It's got special effects attached to it. Special effects? Yep, need an explanation of how they work? Yeah, sure. Occasionally, weapons with effects can be attained in treasure chests and as dropped items. The current weapon has effects that cause a poison to a target with a 10% chance, and another that restores HP 6% each turn in battle. Such weapons also have colored names indicating the number of effects attached to them. White is 1, indicates that there are no effects attached to a weapon. Yellow indicates 1, orange 2, red 3, and purple 4. The more effects a weapon has attached to it, the rarer it gets. 20 different effects can be attached to weapons, and all effects from strength up and onwards raise parameters for the user. The numerical value to the right of a weapon name indicates its level. The greater the number, the more powerful the weapon. Need to explain everything again? Nope. Okay, but you can always check the help section of the menu if you ever need to review anything. Ready to go now? Here we are. There doesn't appear to be anything out of the ordinary with your tree. What a relief. But if nothing happened to mine, could it mean something happened to Yggdrasil instead? I have a bad feeling about this. We should leave these woods. Right. But before that, let me give you these. See, Light Ring Beta and Shadow Ring Beta. A pair of rings. I can feel their magic. When we use magic, crystals are sometimes left over, and those rings are made using it. Although we use magic all the time, there are only a few humans able to use it, and why they need the help of such crystals. Basically, what they do is process them into something usable, like a ring to carry with them. And why are you giving these to me? Because the influence of the murk has made it so we can't hardly use our magic. But with these, on the other hand, we ought to be able to use more and more over time. Unless you don't want them, but because humans use them. While it's true I dislike the fact that humans are the cause of the murk, not everything about them is bad. Their intelligence is something to be amazed at. And if you think we should use these, we will. Sweet! Alright, let's get out of these woods and get a grasp on the current situation. Right. Take that, squirrel. Care how cute you are. Cuteness doesn't prevent death. breaks. These game changers can be triggered by inflicting massive damage using magic or skills and allow up for an additional 5 attacks. This is done by selecting one of the 2 choices that are displayed. This particular skill is the stronger of the 2 and makes it more difficult to prolong a limit break. This particular skill is the weaker of the 2 and makes it easier to prolong a limit break. In the case of a skill is not selected, for the time when the gauge runs out, a normal attack will be conducted. The more powerful an attack, the easier it is to trigger a limit break. Certain equipment and accessories can also increase this rate. When a limit break is triggered using magic, additional attacks are performed using magic. Same is true of skills. I think the series you have to use magic to increase it. It doesn't just naturally increase with your levels. What happened to them? They were affected by the influence of the murk. However, I'll take care of it. Huh? Master, Iris! I have terrible news. The murk is... We are going to check on it now. If need be, Iris may have to leave here for a while, and I'll need you to watch the woods in her absence. Please leave everything to us. I'll let the other sprites know. Whatever happens, be careful. Let's hope they can return to their psyche. However, the more I see, the worse feeling I have about this. Izayoi. When we get outside, I should be able to see how much murk has spread across Asdivine. Right. This is... Murk is spreading everywhere in the world. I can feel the monsters too. It's gotta be 10 plus times worse than we've ever seen. Izayoi, does this mean something must have happened to Yggdrasil? With these tremblers and the spread of the murk, I felt something I've never felt before. However, I can't say what it is. Shall we go find out? That won't be necessary. I only sent the phenomenon that once, meaning whoever caused it is no longer there. But there's nothing to worry about. If Yggdrasil has been greatly damaged, both Asdivine and I would have ceased to exist. The bigger problem is how this person was able to hurt my tree at all. I suggest we check with the Shadow and Harmony spirits to see if they're safe as well. Like you, they're also linked to me, and why this latest incident could have extended to them. Hope they're both fine. I have no doubt of it. Even if something was able to attack Yggdrasil, I won't allow them to do the same to you. Izayoi. And No, we'll do our best to protect you too. I trust you will. It's only been about a century since the Shadow Spirit was born, and why she would be more susceptible to the effects of the murk than the Harmony Spirit. We should visit her first. Right. Izayoi? Could it be you just tried to teleport? Speaking of, it didn't work, did it? I'm sure everything's fine. Everyone fails at something one time or another. Besides, even if we can't teleport, we still have legs to walk with. Agreed. However, I don't know the way there. Leave that to me. This area is like my backyard. First, we need to get across Bataro Lake using a ferry, so let's head for Cleaver Village. It's just north of here. All right. Caves and stuff here. I didn't think I'd go there, but what the heck, huh? Well, if it's an Iris. Iris is here. Whose house will you be staying at tonight? Actually, I'm just here to see Sinker today. Bummer. Huh? Who's the hunk with you? Oh, right. This is your first time meeting, isn't it? This is, Izayoi, my... Good question. How am I supposed to explain this? Is he the father of my creation? Or mother? Or somehow none of these fit? He's your what, then? Is he someone important to from your hometown? I can't see that. I can't see that, seeing as how young he is. Then there's his indecent clothing, and oh my, his chest is showing. He must certainly be a bad influence on Iris. What are you talking about? I think his clothes rock. No one asked for your opinion. Yeah, be quiet. In any case, I think it's best we know more about the relationship between these two. Iris, how is it that you know each other? Well, it's kind of like this. In human terms, we're family. Yep, what he said. Good call. Thanks for stepping up, Izayoi. Is that so? The way they talk makes it seem to me like they're not really family at all. Maybe it's something Iris can't tell us with him around. She could be being forced to go with him. I think we must need to stop talking for now and instead keep a close eye on this Izayoi fellow. You said you had some business with Sinker, didn't you? He's actually out at the moment, so you might want to go to speak with Chief Oswald while you're waiting. I'll go let him know that you're coming to see him. Thanks. Wonder what the deal with everyone is. Whenever someone new shows up in the village, they never act like this before. Even if humans are unable to use magic, life energy flows within each of them. However, with my powerful magic abilities, I may have unconsciously sensed something. Makes sense given you are the deity of this world. Now, what to do, though? I had hoped we'd be able to cross the lake using the ferry, but with Sinker not around, I guess we have no choice but to go see Chief Oswald. His house is over there. Now, what do you say we stop in? Yo, Izayoi, I just want to know if I think your clothes rock. Why did I get such a mysterious feeling from you, Izayoi? Or maybe I should say suspicious. Izayoi is such a strange name, but I kind of like it. I don't. It's fucking hard to pronounce. What do we have here? Customers? Well, have a gander at what do we have for sale. Alright, what do you got? Probably need some of those. What? It's 800 bucks? Oh my god. Iris, do you look bright and cheerful as... Don't you look bright and cheerful as ever? But what's going on between those two? Ooh, what a bunch of busybodies. That's why humans suck. Good afternoon. Are you here to stay the night? No. Maintenance ring, eh? Prevent parameter reducing effects. Sounds like a good thing. Be sure to let me know if you have any issues you need help with, Iris, no matter how small. Meow. I am the great cider maker, Ellen. Hearing I could find golden honey in Folia Woods, I came here only to find the place infested with monsters. In fact, I nearly had given up hope. That is, until I saw you people who look able to handle such beasts. Now, without further ado, would you mind going to those same woods and fetching me some honey? Sure, we'll go. Oh, wait, what? Oh, let's try that again. Blah, 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 blah. Ah, damn it, that's the default choice. Come on, come on. There we go. You will? I cannot tell you how great a help this is to me. As for what I am after, it is the golden honey said to be found in Folia Woods. Please do whatever it takes to find some. Look at that, man. Seems to talk trash about me, and then they want favors, too. Use travelers. Have you ever obtained a weapon with a 10 plus level and a poison 10% effect attached to it? Actually, I have. Why do you ask? Did you ever want to know how to strengthen these same weapon levels and abnormal status effects? Sounds like it could be interesting. Let's hear the guy out. I suppose we have nothing to lose. I see this young lady is wise beyond her years. Now to get to my explanation and show you how to customize weapons to your liking. Be sure to pay attention because here we go. Upgrading your weapon can be done by taking other weapons as materials and using and raising its parameters. When one or more weapons are selected to be synthesized, they add experience to the base weapon, and when the required number of points is reached, level up. If the base weapon effect and material weapon being synthesized is the same, and the effect of the material weapon is 10 or above, the effect parameters will increase. Material weapons effects are added in increments of 10, so if the value is 5, then it becomes plus 5. Transferring status effects can be done when the base weapon has an empty slot and the material weapon has one to transfer. However, when transferring a status effect, the value must be 50 or higher. Weapons with status effects values less than 50 will not appear on the list when selecting a weapon. However, because Swoon is both rare and a deadly effect, it cannot be transferred. But don't worry, it can always be upgraded on the original weapon. In short, all you need to do is get a weapon with Swoon to percent to do it. Now, back to what I was saying. When executing a transfer, the status effect will, from the material weapon with the value of over 50 will be transferred to the base weapon's empty slots beginning with slot 1. In the case of an undesirable effect in the material weapon, a deletion fossil can be used to get rid of it. I feel like all this rambling may be a bit over your head at the moment, so if you're still unsure about it, have a look at the help section of the menu. Thanks, we'll do that, mister. Mister? though I'd rather be called by name. Who can complain when it's coming from a cutie? As for now, it's time to bid you farewell, travelers. Before you... Oh, do we have a garden in this game too? I suppose I'll go do the thing first. Let's go do the quest first. Should be simple. Found golden honey. This fragrance. Were you able to find the golden honey I was after, weren't you? Hand over the honey. How can I thank you enough? Now we'll be able to create the finest honey cider anyone has ever tasted. As token of my gratitude, I ask you to take this. The water found here in this village is pure, and with it I believe I can create the ultimate cider I have been intending to. No, I cannot wait to see the results. Yeah, damn lush. A wino on in the forest. That's all we need. Chief Oswald. Is that you, Iris? And this is the fellow I have been hearing about. Yes, he does seem somewhat dubious. Here you are calling me Chief again when you used to just call me by my name. Right, sorry, but somehow I got used to it. How disheartening. Feelings aside, I understand you need Sinker to take you somewhere on his ferry. You got it. Yes, well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but his ferry is in no condition to move at the moment. That is also the reason for his absence from the village. See, he has gone to find materials to repair it. Then when is it supposed to be fixed? That I cannot say. The shed where he keeps his tools also seems to have some kind of ghost haunting it, and no one here in the village dares to investigate. Ghost? The sound of someone sobbing can be heard from inside there, and there have been witnesses saying they saw the shadow of someone smaller than a human. While each witness account varies, there appears to be neither a rumor nor a childish prank. A ghost, huh? Do you think it could be a sprite? It's very possible. Aside from your own tree being near the village, there may also be sprites with trees of their own. Then there's the fact there are probably any number of humans who could see them from time to time, given they've been raised in a place with a strong magical influence. Well, since humans don't know anything about sprites, I could see why they might mistake them for ghosts. We'll go take a look. What? What do you intend to do if you find something? Relax, we'll be fine. If you are so adamant, I suppose I should not hold you back. However, if you do encounter anything resembling a ghost, I ask you leave at once. Okay, whatever you say. Now let's go and check out that shed, Izayoi. The way she acts is so familiar with that fellow. Who on earth could he be? The shed's over there. It's kind of hard to see because of the trees. Now let's go have a look-see, shall we? Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is audap Stream watching Asdivine Dios on Nintendo Switch. I really like all these games. They're very straightforward RPGs, so there's usually not a lot of puzzle solving. Although lately they have been making them so that they're like near impossible to finish without finding like all of the spells and stuff. But I don't know if that's the case with this game. I guess we'll find out. But I do want to play all the way through this. I said I'm a big fan of the Asdivine series, and I really like having them available on a console instead of playing them on a phone, which I find rather cumbersome. So pick it up if you like the more classic RPGs, you know, the 16-bit Super Nintendo era kind of RPGs. I think you'll like it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.